All right, everyone, here to talk about assignment number one, SMART goals. So SMART goals is obviously an acronym. Uh, the S stands for specific, M is measurable, the A is your action, so action oriented, the R realistic, and then finally the T for time. And I'll kind of go through what that means. But for this assignment, you have to create a total of 3 goals. As mentioned in class, you're creating a tactical goal. So think of something that you do without the ball. Okay, so offense, defense, etc. You have a technical goal. So that's whatever you do with the ball. So dribbling, shooting, passing. Okay, so think of those type of things. And then an attitudinal goal. So everything that has to do with behavior, attitude, your focus, leadership skills, determination, sportsmanship, right? That all kind of falls into the attitude section. I'll get to this page in a second. I just wanted to kind of outline what you have to do. So you're creating those 3 goals for yourself. And then you kind of write them in these boxes over here. So obviously you have your technical, right? So something to do with the ball, and you kind of have it broken down, specific, measurable. Your actions, you have 3 of them. Is it realistic? Why? And then your time. Same thing for your technical. Okay, so it's the same thing. This is supposed to be technical, and then one is this is supposed to be tactical, not technical. And then you have your attitudinal at the end. Okay, so technical, tactical, attitudinal. You notice your attitudinal, there's only 1 action needed, so you don't need to write 3. So that's not too bad. Now, what is a SMART goal, right? So maybe you've worked on them in the past. Maybe you've heard of it in high school or not. But essentially, a SMART goal is a goal that it's a little bit bigger than just kind of a simple goal that you just set for yourself. You're really kind of taking the time to think about it and to create and establish a concrete goal that you're going to be able to kind of work towards and fulfill this semester in this course, right? And that's the whole kind of competency of a 102 class is, can you create a goal for yourself, and then is it realistic, and will you see some improvement, right, at the end of the course in the goal that you choose. So we all have something to work on, that's for sure. So obviously choose your goals wisely, right, kind of compared to your ability levels. But breaking it down, specific. So yeah, what is something you want to accomplish, right? What needs the most work in your game? That's why we did all that initial assessments to kind of help you out. And you got to be specific, right? So for instance, in this example, like I will improve the speed and accuracy of my chest pass, right? So it's not just I will improve in my passing. You're specifying what type of pass, so in this instance, chest. And then what about the chest pass needs work? Well, in this case, this person needs work on their speed and accuracy, right? So this is what I mean by being specific, right? Shooting. I will improve on my on the accuracy of my mid-range shot, for instance, right? Or I will improve on the speed of my left-handed layup, right? So you're being specific in terms of that goal. Okay. Measurable. Well, you have to measure it. Okay. So what is something that you're going to be doing that's allowing me to kind of see if you're on track or not in terms of succeeding with the goal? So in this case, right, in order to reach my goal, I'll successfully execute 90% of my chest passes during a game. Currently, only 50% of my chest passes are caught by my teammates. So you see how there's a comparison there, talking about with the measurement, right? So in this case, it's a percentage. You can do it as a fraction, right? Like currently, I only reach 6 out of 10 of my free throw shots. I will at the end of the semester, I will successfully execute 8 out of 10, right? So you can do it as a fraction as well. But you see how there's something that's measurable. That's what I mean by that aspect, okay? Because we need to know, like when you're practicing your drills and working towards a goal, well, how do you know that you're getting better at it, right? Well, you obviously need to kind of assess and measure it and have some sort of number in there that you're able to kind of see, okay, yeah, I'm getting better. Not just because I'm feeling better or I feel like my shot's getting better. No, I need some concrete evidence, right? So you're doing, let's say, 10 shots, see what the percentage is, or kind of evaluate it in a game-like situation, right? How many times did you complete a successful pass, right? You can kind of measure it that way, okay? Then you have your actions. Your actions, think of it as the steps you're going to be taking to reach that goal. So how am I going to break it down? So if we're talking about our example here with the chest pass, number one, right? I will step in the direction of my pass to add accuracy and force. Currently, I stay stationary, right? So this is kind of breaking down the technique. I will extend legs during the pass and add power. Currently, I only use my arms. My passes are too weak or they fall short. I will snap the wrists and follow through with my fingers, right? Maybe that swimming motion with the pass. So you're really kind of breaking it down, right? If you're talking about shooting, you can kind of break down that acronym of BEEF, right? So balance, the eyes, the elbows. If you're talking about the layups, you can talk about the angle of your approach to the net, making sure that the same arm, same leg goes up in that layup, right? So you're just breaking down that technique to see what needs some work and how will you achieve that goal, right? And then time bound, then realistic. Well, why is it realistic? Okay, so you can just kind of justify your choice in terms of the goal. You don't want to set a goal that's too easy for yourself that you're going to achieve in like 2 weeks. And you also don't want to achieve a goal that's kind of like impossible, right? Like, for instance, let's say, you're working on, you're brand new to basketball and you set a goal of getting 9 out of 10 free throws by the end of the semester. If this is your first time ever playing basketball, that seems a little bit unrealistic, right? You might want to work on a more realistic goal like dribbling or passing before you get into the more complex goals of shooting, for instance, right? So that's what this R means is your goal realistic to your ability level and to what you want to achieve, okay? And then time, be specific in the time. Don't just say end of semester or the last class. Tell me an exact date, right? So I'll reach my goal by, May 5th, 2022, right? Or you can kind of check the schedule. When are we going to do those that 5v5 tournament at the end, right? Those last 2 classes, maybe you can choose that as one of your dates. Okay, so just kind of be specific. Don't just say like end of semester, next summer, sometime in the next month. Like, kind of be specific with the date, and obviously you want this to be more leaning towards the later end of the semester, right? Don't make something that you're going to achieve in 2 weeks. Okay, it has to be over a longer period of time. So that's the breakdown of a SMART goal. You can use this as your example, okay? Just kind of, be original with what you choose as your goal. And then obviously you have to do a tactical one, right? So something that you're doing without the ball, defense, offense, etc. And then obviously your attitudinal one, okay? So that you write all in here. This is what I mean. You put your actions, explain why it's realistic, and truly like elaborate with your answers. Don't just give me point form stuff, right? This shouldn't take you like 10 minutes to complete this assignment, okay? You should actually really think about it. Really break down the actions. Okay, what about my shot is not work? What about the shot isn't working for me, or the pass, right? And kind of analyze what technique needs work, or how could you kind of fix it or make it better. Maybe you want to add like the jump aspect that you're not doing right now, right? So this is what it, so kind of like elaborate here. Don't leave this vague, okay? And don't forget to compare. So if you notice in the examples, they're always comparing what they currently do, right? Currently, they're only doing 50% of the passes. Currently, they're only using their arms. Currently, they're staying stationary, right? So add that as well, because that's important that you reflect on what needs work, right? What are you doing right now? What will you achieve? And obviously, and that you can do that with comparing what you currently do with what you want to achieve. Okay, keep the goals positive. I will. Don't I need, I want, maybe, right? That's more passive. Just keep it positive, right? It's something that you want to set your mind to and achieve. Okay, so it's an important point not to miss there. Okay, finalizing this up. Once you have your goals, I mentioned in class, you got to create drills. So there we have it. We have 3 drills you need to create. Okay, they can be individual, or they can be with a partner. But one drill has to be individual. Okay, the other two, your choice. They can also be individual, or they can be with a partner, right? So at least have one of those drills that you're doing something on your own. And then obviously you're not doing a drill for your attitudinal. This is really specific for technical and tactical, right? So you can have 2 drills for technical, 1 for your tactical, or vice versa. Okay, to try to include both of those goals in there, right? So obviously your tactical goal you might need a partner to work with, so you can kind of design that drill. Okay, describe it. Okay, outline what's happening in the drill, and then obviously draw it as well. Okay, so do those 3 things so I can have a visual of what it looks like, the reasoning behind it, and what exactly does your drill, how does it work, right? How many repetitions are you doing? What's going on in that drill? Okay, and you have access to anything in the class for in terms of equipment. If you want to take out cones, extra balls, hula hoops, you name it, you can use anything you want in that gym. Okay, this is your rubric, so you can kind of see how you're going to get evaluated for this first assignment. You'll notice the initial assessments is included, right? 3 marks. So what is that? That's basically everything we've done up to now in that course pack. Make sure it's done as well, okay? So the bulk of this assignment is here starting at the SMART goals, but you should also include, hold on, here, this stuff over here. Remember we did that dribbling assessment, so that you should have your current results. The dribbling techniques, you should have that current results, right? The passing, the shooting. So that's all stuff we've done in class. You should be up to date. And then this last part, you need to do this as well, right? This is part of that initial assessment. So answer these questions, right? What do you think is your strongest technical skill? Right? What do you think needs the most work in terms of all the skills that we've kind of talked about? What about your gameplay, right? Evaluate currently how you feel, how comfortable you feel in a game, right? How's your dribbling in a game? 1 to 4, kind of rate that over here. How's your passing and catching in a game? 1 to 4, right? Rate that there. And you can kind of go through this checklist, right? In terms of your physical fitness in a game, right? How's your offense? How's your defense right now? So this more tactical assessment. These are just checklists, so this won't take too long for you to do. So make sure that's all completed, okay? End of term, obviously that's for assignment 2, so don't bother with that column because you're going to be reassessing at the end. Okay, so just kind of stick with the current assessments for all this stuff, okay? And obviously answer the questions. Don't forget about that. Good. So that's that initial assessment. So don't forget that. I usually have always students every semester that forget to hand that part in, and it affects their assignment number 1. Okay, so make sure that gets done. Every time, like I said, it says end of semester, complete for second assignment. So don't answer this question, obviously, because it's for the end of semester. Same thing over here, right? So you can see there's a couple of those. So just be aware of that, what to answer and what not to answer, okay? Run your goals by me if you need some help. This is due class 6, so even after March break, you'll have some time in class 5 to try out your goals and your drills and run your ideas by me if you need it. I'm always here to help, okay? Take your time with this assignment. Definitely, if you have the time, come see me. I'll help you out. I'll kind of go through what you got and maybe if you're missing some things or not, right? Really take that initiative and that responsibility on your end to come and make sure that you kind of create a good goal for yourself, okay? So that's pretty much that assignment. You can always send me a Myo as well. Let's go back to this page over here. This is, like I said, this page here is a really good guide to follow to how to create those goals. Okay. Keep working hard, everyone, and let me know if you have questions. Good luck, and I'll see you in class.